So you'd like to start using Google Drive as your digital backpack. There are a bunch of different ways for schools and businesses to help people back up or move data from place to place. We'd like you to use Google Drive right now because we think it's important for you to use this kind of tool to organize, back up or sync, and archive files and folders. And backpack really is the perfect term because we want you to be able to put all of your stuff in one place and then carry that stuff from location to location or from device to device. We want you to be as flexible and agile as possible to be able to move between devices and still have all the data that you need. There are a lot of different reasons for that, but right now we just want to get you familiar with how to use Google Drive. You should probably all have it already installed on your laptop. If you don't have it on your Whitfield computer, stop by the IC and we'll help you out. You can also just Google Google Drive and find a download for that app. Signing into Google Drive with your Whitfield School account connects the storage or files that you have on your Whitfield computer with the storage that you have online through Whitfield's Google Drive subscription. All you really have to do then is tell Google Drive what to sync, what to keep on your computer, and what to store up in the cloud. Let's take a look at my setup real quick. I'm going to go down to the bottom. My menus and stuff might look a little bit different than yours, but usually down in this notification area or this tray down here, you've got a bunch of symbols. Google Drive is here. If I click on it, I've already signed in. It tells me the status of things that are being uploaded or synced or downloaded. But the thing that I want you to pay attention to now is the three little dots in the upper right-hand corner, which will give me the settings menu. I'm going to click on that, go down to Preferences, and then I get this window. You're probably presented with this the first time you sign in, and what you don't want to do is sync everything in my drive. Notice how much stuff I have in my Google Drive right now, almost 30 gigabytes. I don't need all that stuff on my computer. I might still want to keep that, but I'm going to keep it up in the cloud on Google Drive. What I want to do, and what we'd like you to do, is to click Sync Only These Folders. And then you can go through and select exactly which folders you'd like to sync down to your computer. That means that the folders that you have checked come down to your computer, and the folders that you don't have checked stay on Google Drive. You can get to them anytime, but they're not taking up storage on your computer. The first thing you probably want to do is make sure that if you have an archive folder, which we set up in another video, that you don't sync that one because you probably don't need any of that stuff. So you may have a lot of folders on here like I do, or you might have none, or just the archive folder. Either way, let's start with not syncing anything yet. You should also have a shortcut, like the one I have on my desktop, to Google Drive. I'm going to double click on that and open it up. And I'm going to put that on the right side of my screen. And I'm going to take my Documents folder, which is where I used to store stuff, on the left. So I've got all these folders that we looked at in another video: Advisory, Band, Espanol, History, so one for each class. And then I've got all this stuff in Google Drive. What we want to do is move everything that I need from my Documents folder over to my Google Drive folder and stop using my Documents folder entirely. So I'm going to select all the folders that I want to move. I can select OneNote notebooks too, because those aren't your class notebooks. Those would be just notebooks that you created on your own on your computer. And then if I drag them into this Google Drive folder, they're all moved automatically and they're synced. You may notice little symbols next to those folders. Check mark means it's working. Two little circle arrows tell you that they're syncing. And a red X, if you see that, there's something wrong. So if you want to bring that to us, we can help you figure out what's going on. So then I have this stuff, and that's fine to leave some folders over there. These are just folders that individual apps on my computer use. Forgot my advisory folder. Let's bring that over. Now I've got everything I need in that Google Drive folder, and this is a good point to stop using my Documents folder entirely. There are a couple of other folders that might be useful for you to think about when you're moving to Google Drive. If you're taking video or photos with your laptop, they're probably going to go into the Pictures folder. You'll have a Camera Wolf folder just like on a phone. My advice to you is that if you get pictures or videos into those folders, that you take them out when you need to use them and put them into some folder on Google Drive. You can still use some of these folders. For example, I still use my desktop, but it's kind of like a holding place for stuff that I know I need to move somewhere else, or stuff I'm not that worried about. I've got shortcuts to a bunch of different apps here. And then I've got some documents that I know I need to move before I work on them into Google Drive. So once you've done this and you've got everything that you like set up in your Google Drive folder on your computer, you're all set to start using Google Drive as your digital backpack. Don't save stuff anywhere else. Only save it into that Google Drive folder. It's just a normal folder on your computer, just like your Documents folder. That way you know that everything is being synced to your Google Drive account, and if your computer is stolen or if it breaks and it needs to be serviced, everything's safely up in that cloud and can always be brought down to another device. The next step would be to take a look at your folders and decide which folders you want to keep on your computer because you need to work with them now, and which ones you're done with for a while that can be sent up to Google Drive online in the cloud and not take up space on your computer. That's called archiving, moving something to another location when you don't need it, and we'll talk about that in another video.